Good day, class. Let us now talk about Lesson 3 of this unit, the areas of specialization and career opportunities of counselors. Firstly, I would like to apologize and excuse myself if there are unnecessary background that will be heard in this lecture video because I am quite in a place now where the data connection is good but is not really that silent kahit nakundaplig kalsada. Secondly, I would like to ask you to get your notebook and jot down key discussions of this lesson so that you may be able to learn best. And third and lastly, I want you to take note of the questions that may follow or that the questions that may be formed as we go along with our discussion so that we can discuss them during our online classes. Alright, now let's begin with our discussion. I would like you first to think about this concept for a little bit. Counseling is a career that helps clients with their emotional, cognitive, behavioral, or social problems. Now, with that being said, our target for this particular lesson is to enumerate the different areas that counselors can work in and understand available career opportunities for counselors. Alright, let's try to begin to discuss this lesson for those of you who are especially thinking about to pursue these courses that can lead you to the practice of the profession of counseling. Now for this lesson, the essential question that we are going to answer all throughout the discussion is what career opportunities and specializations are available to aspiring students who are interested in becoming counselors. First, let's discuss what is counseling. Counseling can be applied in various fields and disciplines. In recent years, there has been greater acceptance of the role and value of counseling as an important tool for helping individuals, groups, and communities. So not only in private practice, but counseling can also be utilized in different aspects, different fields of endeavors where this discipline is recognized and is integrated into the work. First, let's discuss school counseling. Counselors who work in schools or academic institutions are tasked with being the beacon of academic and mental health counseling. These are the different tasks for school counselors. First, they need to address students' behavior and conduct problems in school, provide guidance on career options, conduct personality and career assessments, help students with academic and personal difficulties, and organize programs for holistic development. Now, if we look at directly the different tasks of school counselors, we can say or we can identify that their main goal is to help students, navigate students to the right directions, especially when we are talking about career, behavioral, or other academic and personal difficulties. There is also clinical counseling. Clinical counseling is a branch of psychology that deals with individuals who experience behavioral, cognitive, emotional, or social issues that hinder their capability to perform social or occupational functions. Now, in clinical counseling, there are currently debates on whether or not clinical counseling and clinical psychology differ. In the Philippines, being a clinical counselor would fall under acquiring a licensure in guidance counseling, and being a clinical psychologist would require a professional to acquire a license as a psychologist. So the only difference between the two is that when you are a clinical counselor, you are a licensed guidance counselor. When you are a clinical psychologist, you need to acquire a license as a psychologist. Now, what are the common characteristics do clinical counselors and clinical psychologists share? We also have rehabilitation counseling. This focuses on helping individuals with physical disabilities to cope, adjust, and understand emotions, thoughts, and behaviors associated with their current condition. Given the difficulty of their physical well-being, they are given rehabilitation counseling in order for them to understand better what they can do, as well as to cope with the different emotions and thoughts that undergo with their current condition. Here are the tasks of rehabilitation counselors. They help individuals view disability from a positive perspective. They also assist clients in finding vocational opportunities that suit their current condition. They help clients create new personal narratives about their experience, and they generate opportunities for growth. Next is industrial counseling. The industrial counselor works in an organizational setting, mostly in corporate setups. They are expected to provide support to various employee issues and challenges. With the help of an industrial counselor, employees who feel that they are valued, respected, and recognized by their companies are less likely to resign. Therefore, we can retain competent employees in our organization. What do you think, or what are other psychological issues do employees face that influence their performance and productivity? Now, we also have marriage and family counseling. In this type of counseling, the counselor utilizes a family systems framework in addressing challenges, concerns, and issues. Family systems frameworks are views that the family is bound by the unique roles, binding cultures and traditions, social hierarchies, values, and dynamic relationships. We also have private practice. In private practice, counselors are not under the supervision of mental health or medical institutions. Thus, their methods and schedules are usually dependent on their own preferences. Counselors are also bound by law to accomplish several professional, medical, financial, and operational requirements prior to starting their practice. So this is commonly viewed as a one-man organization or one-man company when you invest or when you venture into private practice as a counselor. Next is community counseling. In community counseling, services are made directly accessible at the community level through the barangay or the community health center. A community counselor can conduct counseling sessions by individual or by group, depending on the needs of community members. Now, in this discussion class, we try to wrap up what are the different roles of counselors, the area of specialization, and the career opportunities for those of you who are thinking to pursuing courses in college or higher education that will benefit you as counselors. Counseling can be practiced via different specializations that cater to specific needs and settings. The specific areas and fields of counseling include school counseling, clinical counseling, industrial counseling, rehabilitation counseling, family and marriage counseling, private practice, and community counseling. Counselors can address academic performance, family and marriage life, disability and health, occupational performance, disaster, and community functioning. Now, if there are questions that were formed during the course of this discussion, make sure to jot them down in your notebook so that you can remember them and we can discuss them during our online classes. Now, if this video has been helpful, please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can be updated on more future lecture videos. Thank you for watching, keep safe, and God bless.